I need to not pick up my phone. I'll go straight to airplane mode. Find something to do. I know I can be a little bit cold, but my third eye is going blind. I'm on a line with my body and mind. It's playing tricks. I say I'm fine, but really it's hurting me deep inside. Cause I've been dreaming about you. Ooh, I've been wishing I was next to you. Oh, I've been dreaming of us. Oh, I've been thinking that this is not a need or a must, but love has treated me so wrong. This year all I've got to show are songs, and I want to be super duper true to you, but God, I don't know what to do. Cause last year I was just 22. Feels like it up and flew so far away and out of you, but 23 seems like me and you. Cause I've been dreaming about you. Ooh, I've been wishing I was next to you. Ooh, I've been dreaming of us. Oh, I've been thinking this is not a need or a must. I've been dreaming of us. I know sometimes I make you feel insane. Sorry, that's just how I play this stupid game. I can't act like a child and disobey all that you want from me and that you say. I'm sorry, baby. Please, puppy. I'm trying to be ultra mega happy and show you my smile and send you my feelings. And fuck, it is so hard being so damn far. I guess I'll just stay here and stay singing in my car. I'll sing in my car. I've been dreaming about you. Ooh, I've been wishing I was next to you. Ooh, I've been dreaming of us. Oh, I've been thinking this is not a need or a must, but I've been waiting on you. Ooh, I've been waiting for you to tell me those 3 words too. Cause I've been hoping it's true. Ooh, that one day I feel like I am something real for you. I've been dreaming of us. Something real for you. Something real for you. Something real for you. Something real for you.
あの日持って帰ったライターでタバコに火をつける。煙で前が見えなくなった換気扇の音消えた。部屋に残った缶ビール干した下着がうなだれた私に見えた。ぐちゃぐちゃになった部屋死体みたいなぬいぐるみ。今夜はパレード弱めの冷房に揺れた前髪があの夏を何度も思い出させる。眠る街に行こう眠る街に行こうよ。今夜も街灯は耐えきれずに目をつむるんだ。砕けて散ったガッとしそうドラマで見たんだ。正義を必ず勝つって正義って何なの。わかんないことはわかんないよ。まだ子供だし大人じゃないし今日も天井を見ていた変わらない風景だ。眠る街に行こう眠る街に行こうよ。今夜も向かいのビールは布団に潜るんだ。眠る街に行こう眠る街に行こう。もうすぐ終電だよ。さよ
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we went through. Toast to the monster today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, eh, eh. But everything gon' be alright. Go and let's cross and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones till today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, when I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I carry these torches for ya, that you know I never drop, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, eh, eh. But everything gon' be alright. Go and let's cross and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones till today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. Yeah, todo. Memories bring back you.